Okay, guys, so it's me again, Sky Goddess Namaste. So I want to talk about Mercury's retrograde in Libra. Okay, some more. We've got roughly a week left. Mercury retrograded in Libra for well, let me just say, because we're still it's still retrograding. So that transit lasts for 3 weeks. Okay, from September 27th to October 18th. Um, yeah, exactly 3 weeks. So Mercury goes direct along with Jupiter. Okay, beautiful. Okay. So a lot of changes in regards to contracts, receiving benefits and stuff like that. Uh, a lot of people will not see until the 18th of October. For some, at a later date. For some, you're gonna feel the energy seeping in prior to October 18th. Okay. Um, you know, with Saturn going direct today, let me tell you what's really going on. This is pretty much repetitive, because this is something I'm talking about repetitively, constantly. And it's because some people, they don't get to hear some of the videos, and so it's just, whilst these energies still abound, I'm still going to be talking about them, because they're going to be new developments, new information. So okay, Mercury's retrograde is, taking that once over, that look over, that proofreading, not just from a physical standpoint, but a mental standpoint, because Mercury does, rule, the mental aspect of our lives. Um, did I make the right decision? Um, and tying that in with Saturn, life lessons, restrictions, hardship, um, learning, sicknesses also, like I said, and that connection to the retrograde, Pluto's retrograde, which recently came to an end. A lot of people recently discovered they had underlying health conditions, okay, in regards to various parts of their bodies. um and a lot of deception was also exposed, criminality, toxicity, curses. People realize, hey, this person, there's something up with this person, because why is it, things aren't going well for me, since I got with that person. And that's because they got an energy attached to them. That it's like, when I talk about curse, it's not to it's there are different levels to that word. And let me just explain. For some people, this is really, the universe saying, hey, this smoke is getting to me, yo. Is you up there? Yeah, you're too much now. Okay, okay, I'm just kind of smoking out this place. Yeah, getting rid of certain energies. So I'm not actually smoking, I'm smoking out the area, just a little, kind of like sage in the area. So uh, what was I saying? Yeah, a lot has been, discovered and revealed. And in regards to the curse, that's where I was at. Like, for some people, some people, they're not hardworking. They don't want to create their own shit. They don't want to manifest their own wealth. They don't want to do anything. Um, a lot of these women are prostitutes. Not every prostitute is like that, but a lot of these women and men, because not only women who prostitute themselves, but men They're prostitute. And, you know, for them, it's way easier to lie down and do certain things, you know? And I'm going to say unethical things because um, it's you pretty much selling a very vulnerable part of you in regard in return for money. Okay? Because that's their energies, your frequencies. You got people giving away, beautiful aspects of themselves because some of these people who purchases sexual favors from these people, they're really and authentically, truthfully energy vampires. Okay? And they offer them money, take their fates and destinies in return for, and give, these people, these prostitutes, their cursed fates and destinies in return. And so you got to be careful of these people who offers, money to you in return for, sexual favors. But also do remember that you're not powerless because even during the act of intercourse, you still have power over yourself. You still control the energies that leaves your body, but you got to be conscious that this actually happens. So being a sex worker doesn't make you completely vulnerable, okay? Because once you are conscious that you are a spiritual being having a human experience and that you are giving and receiving energies through the act of, through many different acts, through socializing as well, but more seriously and intensely and intimately, because it's intimately, so it's more intensely through sexual relations, you can control what you give out and control what you take in. And it's all has to do with your perception. Okay? Now you tell your body, you speak to your body, you speak to your mind. And you tell your body, hey, I'm this dope ass body, a container of energies, cosmic energies. So I'm in a position now where I have to prostitute myself. Or let me not use that word. It's so degrading. Okay. Where I have to um exchange sexual favors in return for money so I can eat. Because I do empathize with those, who they don't feel like there's any other way out. And that the truth is, you know, it is so for some people. But you say to yourself, I'm teaching y'all, you say to yourself, hey, I am not giving away my energies or my power or my frequencies. I'm not giving away the part of me that's most valuable to me. I am not, you don't have to say this out loud. This is you talking to yourself in your mind. I am not giving away my powerful energies and my beautiful power. However you want to phrase it, you don't got to say it like the way which I did. You got to learn to, be creative and innovative and know how to phrase things to suit your particular situation. Because words, they're life, but they're also death. Okay? And so you tell yourself that. That person, their intention might be to rob you of your frequencies and energies. You're not giving them your frequencies and energies. So whilst they think that they're, bleeding you of your frequencies, your beautiful frequencies, your powerful frequencies, and your beautiful energies, what they're getting in return is their own narcissistic, low vibrational frequencies and energies. Okay? Now, a lot of people are gonna have blow ups, like today, tonight, from here on after. Some people earlier than some people a little bit later, but it is gonna happen for Saturn. Saturn going direct in Aquarius. Okay, that's your 10-10 moment. All that's not working out in your life, it is gonna come to an end. And this is especially so, like I said, like for people who once Saturn was about, it's already happened for some because you got the shadow period of these transits, okay? And so for those who return to exes, like, or, just, friends and, connections that weren't serving their highest good, a little before, October, May 23, coming down to, even as, recent as a week ago or a few days ago, that's gonna come to an end. You got back with that ex who didn't serve your highest good. You know it's not gonna work with that person. You knew, as a matter of fact. But, there you started, questioning your decisions, okay? Especially then, when, yeah, because Jupiter was, direct in Pisces. But you got a few weeks, so it would have been a few weeks after that, people started to really, really think to themselves, did I make the right decision? It was a long after. Specifically for those who return to, like, um, exes and, ex-spouses, ex-lovers, was like a few weeks after making that decision in May that y'all started to realize, hey, I remember why the fuck I left this ninja, or this bitch, or this group of people, or this job. Why did I return? Okay? But then, came the retrograde, which can aid you, but it can also throw you off. But of course, it really also depends on the decisions you made, um, in the shadow period of Saturn going retro, as well as, during the retro. Also, when Jupiter entered the frequency of Pisces, was directed in the frequency of Pisces, that too. So, Mercury's retrograde now is where a lot of people, they started thinking to themselves, okay, did I make the right decision? Starting to connect the dots. Um, I was bamboozled. I was, schemed, plotted upon. I was manipulated into this connection. I'm telling you how the story goes. And then you got them people, like, for example, like in regards to my situation, I was, with somebody at the time. Um, it was getting very turbulent because, I think, really, really got really bad, not really, really bad, but, there was a disconnection because of spell magic and other stuff. But like in May, not May, April, it was about, March coming on April, we didn't, have any, intimacy and stuff like that. And I intuitively sensed that the person, they returned to an ex. But it's a serial, cheater, because that person, they also had other people on the side. Okay? And it was just, they were so confused because they were, spreading their energies thin, and they were all over the place. And that's what causes confusion, when you're all over the place and you spread your energies thin. And that person, they cast a lot of illusions. You gotta be careful of them Seven of Cups frequencies. Very careful. And there was this huge blow up. And there I was plunged right as Saturn, went retro. Like few hours shy, but that was a shadow period, so we'd still feel them energies. That's why I'm saying a lot of you've already experienced the blow up, because Saturn is about to go direct. And especially if you return to a past flawed connection that was karmic, if you return to a karmic connection, which I'm going to talk about karmic connections 1555, I'm going to talk about it, okay, in a little while. You return to a karmic connection. There's no going forward in those connections. The lessons are going to be very repetitive. And then I was thrown into a cycle that I've experienced before. One of domestic violence, one of being abandoned when I needed people the most. And I'm gonna be honest, it was not easy, but I maneuvered, and I it was beautiful. The transformation, the transition was beautiful. I have to say that. Would I ever reconcile with that person? No. Because they abandoned me when I needed them the most. I would never reconcile with them. It's that Seven of Cups frequency you got, man. And there was not just one person of that Seven of Cups frequency. Several people. Because like I said, I think I spoke about that on my Degree With channel. I kept coming across, it was a cycle, I kept coming across, but it was also a spell, kind of like keeping me in that Saturn retro frequency, of reliving past experiences. But that too has come to an end. And with this 1010, beautiful 1010 frequency today, Saturn going direct in Aquarius, there's nothing anybody can do about me moving on from that repetitive cycle. People are gonna die. It's as simple as that. Them heads, them graves, now me get a pre. I don't listen to my songs on Queen Sia YouTube. Okay, that line is from a song that I wrote, Eagle Eyed. Okay, trust in the dreams and the visions you got, man. But it was, all those people, they abandoned me so that I would become stronger, the Phoenix. Because with Pluto with Pluto it's the second decan of Scorpio in my natal chart. My transformations, they are very spiritual and subconscious, but they're very peaceful and beautiful, contrary to how people wanted my transformations to be. They're very peaceful. But I just think about not being able to trust you, man. And trust means a lot to me. Yeah, trust means a lot to me. And so I was pretty much thrown in a cycle that I was before. But because also of the frequencies that came back around, Saturn was retrograding in Aquarius. Okay? And now we're gonna zoom past into the future with the 1010 Tower moment. All that's coming to an end. Experiencing life a particular way, it's not gonna be like that ever again. It doesn't matter what anybody want to do. Anybody they try to put you back into certain experiences, whether through spell, magic, or sorcery, it's going to be to their demise. Because the energies will no longer be conducive. I said this before several times. Certain people were allowed to do certain things because the energies were conducive. Okay? The energies abounded for us to go through the betrayal again, the deception again, the abandonment again. Where, that's no longer conducive with the frequency of Saturn changing, going direct, and Aquarius hadn't changes. No spell magic, no sorcery, no hate speech, no envy, no evil eye is going to put us back in that cycle. That's going to actually ricochet and lead to your own demise. Okay? And that's so beautiful. And that's justice there. The frequencies, the transits, they're justice. We don't have to do sorcery. We don't have to participate in such low vibrational frequencies like our enemies, because the energies will eventually shift in our favor. Okay? And so that's something very beautiful to anticipate today. 10/10, October 10th. Today is our day of redemption. Let me just say that. So right before Mercury goes direct, there's going to be all these connections, all these people who abandoned us. Because remember, we're not supposed to experience hardship anymore. Now, let me just put it out there. I don't want anybody to lie on me. It's just something that people, they commonly do. I'm not in a relationship. I'm not interested in getting involved with anybody anytime soon. I'm focused on myself and my business, my studies. I've learned a lot. I've acquired a lot of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and I'm putting it to good use. Both, physically on the streets, but also online. I'm putting it to good use. Okay? So don't let nobody tell anybody that, or tell you that, oh, Quincy, Sky Goddess, she's in a I'm not in a relationship. And tell people that once I'm in a relationship, I shouldn't have to struggle as much as I am struggling. Or, I shouldn't have to be sleeping outside. I shouldn't have to be lacking in anything good. I'm not with anybody. Because if I'm going to, be attached to you, or you're going to be attached to me, it's not for you to just ride my wave and say hooray and that, that benefits just you. I got to benefit from that connection. Okay? Yeah. I got to have what I need as if the feminine energy. If you're going to come into my life as a masculine energy, you're not going to just come in. You're just going to, cross your legs and sit like some bitch up in my life, not contributing to me in any way, shape, or form. I don't care what a lot of these men, they gotta say. If you wanna get with me, you gotta spend on me. It's simple as that. I don't really fucking care. I'm at this point in my life where I need financial support. It's not gonna always be like that. But if you are gonna come in my life right now and say, hey, you're with me, or blah blah blah, you gotta contribute in this motherfucker. Because there are too many people who want to come around us. They want to benefit from what is to come for us, but they don't want to put in the work. They don't want to invest. The fuck is this? Okay? So a lot of, these people who abandoned us, it ain't just me alone. It ain't just you alone. It's us. They're going to be coming back around. People who failed us, who hurt us. And this is going to happen before the retrograde comes to an end. Their conscience, are eating them alive. But not just that, a lot of them lost. They took a chance with other people under an illusion, under deception, under make beliefs, and they turned out to be failures. You have no place in your life for people who are of that Seven of Cups frequency, who are so gullible they give into illusions and deceptions, and they themselves cast illusions, and they themselves deceive. It works both ways. It's 25-5-5. It's balance. So somebody who's very deceptive, they are gullible. They're easily deceived. Once they're deceiving, they're easily deceived. It usually does work on them. And they may pretend that's not true. But take heed and observe, and you will see. So just hold your fort. New connections are coming in. And it starts with Saturn going direct. Pay them access, no mind. Libra, Mercury will go direct. New connections will come in. As a matter of fact, with Saturn going direct, new connections will come in. Okay? Expect much blessings, especially if you're the underdog, okay? Whilst this, whilst Saturn was retrograding. Okay? Yeah. If you were well behaved during Saturn's retrograde, you didn't scam anybody. You didn't abandon anybody when they needed you the most. Expect good energies to come into your life once Saturn goes direct. I tell you. Once you were authentic and genuine, you spoke your truth, you didn't deceive anybody, you didn't try to use anybody, you didn't use anybody. You didn't abandon the ones who needed you the most. Beautiful energies are coming in. This 10-10. Saturn going direct. If you behaved yourself during the retrograde, Saturn's retrograde, beautiful energies are coming in for you. If you did not, there's just destruction coming in for you. And it's as simple as that. It's the Saturn, let me tell you something. Saturn retrograde, 2828. Okay? Saturn retrograde is, a lot of people are getting, understanding, especially right now, going to, the first week of November. But a lot of people, they are, realizing and understanding stuff now. But let me tell you about Saturn retrogrades. They're a test. So you got Saturn going direct. Those are your lessons. You being taught. There are new lessons coming in. Okay? With the retrograde, those are your tests to see, how well you learned from your past experiences. It's test time. The tests are over, and it's time for the results and for the scores. The scales, we're in Libra season, justice season. Okay? Karmic justice is coming in. Like I've been speaking about for months, this is the time. This is the time. The time is now, 10:10. Today's Sunday, October 10, 2021. You're of the Ox frequency 5. The time is now. People's prestige, people's families, people's reputations, people's jobs, people's work, people's possessions, okay? What people value, people's, morals and ethics, what you possess. Those things are gonna, be reevaluated based on how well you did during your test, okay? How well you did on your test, okay? And so the rewards are going to be given out as judgment. So the rewards can be beautiful, they can be bad. Now you can expect to see, these rewards coming in today, through to next week. Like I said, Jupiter goes direct in Aquarius. That's a video, that's something I'm going to talk about in a different video. Next Monday, okay? Next Monday when the moon enters Aries, okay? So there's a new beginning on the horizon, and it's already setting in today, okay? Beautiful. Today, this, the moon is in Sag. Yeah, it is in Sag. I realize these major bodies are going direct whilst the moon's in fire signs, fire frequencies, the fire element, and that's beautiful. It is beautiful. Forward movements. Okay. Saturn and Jupiter. Yeah. Two of the larger celestial bodies. That means a lot for humanity. A lot. Different movements, different ways of moving, and advancing. That's something beautiful. Neptune will go direct until December, and that's like in the frequency of Sag. See, Sun and Fire. You're gonna feel very, very different today, guys. Very different. If you're feeling the energies, I know you're already feeling these energies. Really gonna affect your jobs and reputation, like I said, and value systems, possessions, family. For real. A lot of people are gonna be worrying about their jobs. Very much concerned. Okay? People are going to be losing jobs too. It's a part of, the balance, karmic justice and stuff like that. I spoke about that in regards to the Venus transiting Sag frequency. So I'm going to come back and talk about karmic connections. Just briefly, not much to say about them. Just there could be more to be said, but I'm not going to talk that much about them. Just going to do a short video on that connection, the mistake.